Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, who has recently made headlines with her audacious claims and intentions to rebrand herself as a motivational leader. But is this really a transformation, or just another attempt at self-preservation? As the royal family seemingly grapples with the fallout from her antics, we're here to dissect the reality behind the headlines. Sarah Ferguson, once a beloved member of the royal family, has found herself in a precarious position following her exile from royal circles and eviction from Royal Lodge. Insiders at Buckingham Palace are reportedly in a state of panic over her latest revelations. What could possibly prompt such chaos? Fergie's desire to resurrect her public image as a motivational speaker is nothing short of astonishing. But let's take a closer look at her past. After her divorce from Prince Andrew, one could argue that she should have stepped away from royal associations. Yet, she clings to her title and connections, seemingly unaware of the damage her past scandals have inflicted on her reputation. Critics are already rolling their eyes, dubbing her rebranding efforts a laugh-till-you-cry moment. And it's hard to argue with this sentiment. Ferguson's history is riddled with questionable choices, including her notorious association with Jeffrey Epstein, a name that still sends shivers down spines. While she attempts to paint herself as a philanthropic figure, one has to wonder, can a past so steeped in scandal truly be erased? The backlash is palpable, and many are quick to remind her that she is not Princess Diana, a beloved figure whose legacy stands in stark contrast to Fergie's tumultuous history. Now, let's talk about the absurdity of her ambition to become a motivational leader. It's ironic, isn't it? A woman who has been embroiled in scandal, who has struggled with financial issues and personal controversies, suddenly sees herself as a beacon for others. This kind of self-reinvention begs the question, is she genuinely interested in helping others, or is she merely attempting to distract from her own failings? Her critics argue that she lacks the self-awareness necessary for such a role. Just imagine her giving life advice while her own life resembles a soap opera. Her recent comments suggest a disconnect between her perception of herself and how the public views her, a classic case of delusional self-importance. But what does this mean for the royal family? With King Charles reportedly considering drastic measures against Prince Andrew, who is also under scrutiny, the stakes are higher than ever. Fergie's actions and potential revelations could exacerbate tensions within an already fractured family dynamic. Imagine the chaos if she decides to spill the tea. The fallout could be catastrophic, not just for her, but for the monarchy itself. It's one thing to recount personal experiences, but dragging others into the fray, especially those who can't defend themselves, like Diana, crosses a line. Public sentiment is turning against her. Many feel that her attempts to reclaim the narrative are not just misguided but also self-serving. Statements like "let her go ahead, nobody cares," reflect a growing frustration with her antics. Ferguson's move to reclaim her narrative is a gamble that could backfire spectacularly. She risks positioning herself atop the most hated list, joining other royals who have faced similar backlash for their perceived betrayals of the institution. At the heart of this critique lies a profound question about the nature of royalty itself. We expect our royals to embody integrity, grace, and a sense of duty. Yet, with figures like Fergie, we see a stark contrast, an image of greed and self-interest. The royal family is meant to represent the best of us, but when scandals overshadow their legacies, it leaves a sour taste. Are they truly the paragons of virtue we hoped for, or are they just another set of human beings, flawed and struggling just like the rest of us? Let's not forget the numerous scandals that have tarnished her reputation. From her financial troubles and questionable associations to the infamous toe-sucking incident, Fergie has a track record that many would argue disqualifies her from taking on a role as a public figure for empowerment. Critics highlight her lack of discretion and the seeming absence of remorse for past missteps. In fact, her past associations, particularly with Epstein, have left a stain on her public image that she seems unwilling to address. Instead of acknowledging her past mistakes, she is positioning herself as a mentor. This raises a critical question. Can we truly believe in her sincerity, or is this merely a strategic move to pivot away from her controversial history? And the public's response? It's far from supportive. Many are quick to point out the hypocrisy in her actions. Critics have described her upcoming rebranding efforts as a laugh-till-you-cry moment, highlighting her apparent lack of self-awareness. One commenter pointed out that Fergie should have distanced herself from royal connections long ago, suggesting that her current attempts to reclaim a spotlight are misguided and desperate. Moreover, there's a growing sentiment that her plans may ultimately lead to her becoming one of the most hated figures in the UK, a title she seems poised to earn through her lack of discretion and humility. Perhaps one of the most troubling aspects of Ferguson's new venture is her apparent willingness to delve into the past, especially regarding Princess Diana. The comparison is inevitable. After all, Diana was beloved and revered, a stark contrast to the current perception of Fergie. By attempting to draw parallels or reference Diana's legacy, Ferguson risks not only disrespecting her memory but also igniting backlash from those who remember the pain and struggles Diana faced. Many have pointed out that this tactic did not end well for other royals, such as Harry and Meghan, who faced intense criticism for their candid revelations. Is Fergie prepared to face similar consequences? Insiders suggest that Buckingham Palace is on high alert, and it's easy to see why. The royal family has worked diligently to maintain a certain image, and Fergie's antics threaten to disrupt that carefully curated facade. As she aims to rebrand herself as a motivational leader, one has to wonder, what will this mean for her daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie? Will they be dragged into her public relations nightmare? The king might even consider further distancing the family from Andrew and Ferguson altogether, a move that could have lasting repercussions for their royal titles and privileges. Rebranding is a tricky business, especially for someone with Fergie's history. While she may aspire to be seen as a role model, the public's reaction has been less than enthusiastic. Many argue that she should have severed ties with the royal family long ago, especially after her divorce from Prince Andrew. Instead, she appears to cling to her title and status, which only compounds the perception of opportunism. How can she expect to be taken seriously as a motivational figure when she seems to be leveraging her past for personal gain? Fergie's attempts to draw parallels between herself and Princess Diana are not just misguided, they are downright offensive. Diana was beloved for her compassion and authenticity, qualities that Fergie has yet to convincingly embody. To claim a similar role in the public eye, particularly when it involves discussing Diana, is a dangerous game. The backlash against Harry and Meghan for their revelations about the royal family serves as a stark reminder of the repercussions that come with airing family grievances. Fergie risks putting herself at the top of the most hated list if she continues down this path. The response from Buckingham Palace to Fergie's latest antics has been one of alarm. Insiders report that the palace is in a state of panic over her plans. As we wrap up this analysis, it's clear that Sarah Ferguson stands at a crossroads. Her desire to reinvent herself as a motivational leader seems more like a desperate attempt to reclaim relevance than a genuine transformation. While she may believe she's ready to spill the tea, the reality is that she risks drowning in it instead. The public is watching, and the royal family is holding its breath. Will Fergie rise to new heights, or will she fall deeper into the quagmire of her past? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the world will be watching, and we'll be here to keep you updated on every twist and turn. If you found this analysis compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights into the lives of the rich and famous. Until next time, stay curious.